Good morning. This video is on how to create and apply a scene using GoGuardian. There are two types of scene types. The first one is called an allowed website list. This is to block everything except the sites that you explicitly allowed. So this will let you allow students during the session to either go to your math website, or if you're doing language arts work, then you would add those websites under the allowed website list, and that's the only places they're allowed to go. Or you may choose to use the block website list, and this will only allow everything except the sites that we explicitly blocked. So maybe if you don't want kids to go onto YouTube, or maybe go onto like Wikipedia or something, then you would add these websites under block websites. These are the steps to create a new scene. Start by clicking the scenes tab on the left column. This will bring up to the scenes page, and this is what it will look like here. You will have one side which under allow website list, which is the blue side here, and the teal side is called block website list. So you have your two different options under scenes under the teacher tab. The first step is start by giving this a name. Once you create a list is clicked, you'll be able to name your scene. You could add a description, which is optional, and choose the icon color, also optional. If no icon color is chosen, the icon color will be a blue-green by default. And then you will click next to move on. So right here, you click scenes first. You choose your list, you click create, then you can name it. I put like no YouTube or yes YouTube or whatever you want to call it. You could add a description. So blocking kids since 1993 is their description. And you can choose the color here if you want to change it. If not, it's going to default to like a teal color. So you can maybe add, if you're going to block, maybe add the red, or you're going to allow maybe the green, anything that you like for your class. From this page, you can add the websites or URLs or wildcards. A wildcard is a URLs or terms to be blocked. You can also add a quick list found on the right side by selecting the list to add, and then clicking the add list button at the bottom right. Once all the sites have been added, click the save button at the top right to save your scene. So it's going to be right here. This is to create a block website list. You're going to go ahead and add other ones you want to block. This one is called a wildcard because it has an asterisk. You put an asterisk, then it will block all the ways to get to these games here. And you also have like district quick list that was added by Edna Tristan. You could also add these here, or you could create a custom list. So you have things you could add from there as well. Once you have personalized or customized this page, you click save. To view your scene, it will appear under the panel that corresponds to the type of list created. In this case, we created a block website list. So the scene appears under the block website list panel. From here, you can also sort your list of scenes by the recently used, A through Z or Z through A, or last modified. Don't forget you could add different types of lists, so you can make one that says maybe no YouTube, the other one no Wikipedia, or no whatever, or whatever you want to add. Maybe you see that a lot of kids are playing the Slitherro game, then you could add that as well to your list. And you could name each one, or you could make a longer list. So it's going to be here, scenes, and this is the block website list. It shows me here that this person has three lists: block from YouTube, block from Facebook, and a useless list. And it has three different colors: the yellow, the teal, and the red. You could, right here is the way to filter your list, either by recently used, last modified, A through Z, or Z through A. Once you make a allowed website list, it will appear here. So you have your options there that are really easily available. If you need to make any adjustments to your scene, you can do so by clicking the gear icon next to the scene that needs to be edited. If you would like to manually select the scene to be applied before starting your session, click the Classroom tab in the panel on the right and select the classroom to apply your scene to. So right here, it would before you start your session, and you could change the time. You could also select your scene if you want to just launch it from the start the session Classroom tab. You could also apply scenes in active session. So let's say you don't want to start with the scene right away. You would click on the scene status, which is a button at the top of your active session. And when you hover over this button, the text will change to change scene. Select the scene you wish to apply. The scene status button will change to include the name of your scene. If no scene is applied, the text will display scene status, no scene. So it's going to be right here. This is an active session. It's right there. So you could click on the scene and it will update it. This is a pro writing. Let's try again right there. Click and these are the different scenes. And then you select it and it will apply the scene to your active session. Setting a default scene to always apply at the start of a session. From your teacher dashboard, you have another option. You could find a classroom that you wish to have a default scene applied and click Settings. Under the Info tab, find the default scene drop-down menu and select the scene. Click Update Classroom to save your changes. So this is what it will look like. Under the tab for the class, this will be English 9. You click on Settings, you click on Info, you click on Default Scene and select your scene. And this one, it will always launch the scene at startup. So when you open the section, it will just start it here. You can either create an allowed website list to block everything except the sites that you've explicitly allowed, or a block website list to allow everything except the sites that you've explicitly blocked. And this is here just a resource that you could click and it will take you to the help site with the article with more information and the video as well. I hope you found this video helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.